Recent data shows some good news about 401k savings. I've got 3 more tips to add fuel to that fire. That and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, we all know, we've seen the headlines, we know the data that on average there is a retirement readiness issue here in America, that the average adult is just not ready to retire. They're not fully equipped. And as part of the reason, and tell you that's part of the reason that we launched the Wise Money Show a few years ago and in this channel. The primary reason, though, that we launched it is that many people still are taking the wrong approach to managing their finances and trying to achieve their financial goals. They're not taking a comprehensive approach, looking at all 6 areas of their financial life. So we've stepped into that gap, and guess what? The news, the data is starting to show that people are actually saving more towards their 401k and are feeling more confident about their retirement. Take a look here at this recent information. Vanguard is saying that 4 out of 10 people have said recently they're increasing their contributions to their 401k. That's fantastic. And then also recent data from Fidelity says that 3/4 of people are feeling confident that they're going to be able to retire on their own terms, which is fantastic. That's almost the exact opposite of what the news has been along the way, that many people felt unprepared. Saw another data point recently that younger generations feel more confident that they're on the right track and they're saving the right amount. So that's fantastic. Fantastic news, and no matter where you find yourself in those data points, whether you feel on track or whether you've increased your contributions, I've got 3 tips for you to help you take even more strides as you seek to get on track, saving up the right amount towards retirement. The first, one of the most simple and basic suggestions, but if you do this, you will build compound interest. You will compound, which is having growth on growth, and that is increase your 401k contributions, your retirement savings, 1% every single year. I like to do that right at the beginning of the year, January, right? Simple start to the year. Increase your contributions 1%. Why would I suggest this? So simple. You're not even going to notice the difference. That's why. You're not going to notice the difference. A 1% change in your take-home pay or in your 401k contribution coming out of right out of your paycheck, you're not going to feel it. You're not going to notice it. You do notice how much everything is more expensive right now, how everything costs a little bit more. And you might say, I have no control over that. I have no control over the cost of peanut butter or my rent or whatever it is. And so those things feeling like they're going up out of your control makes you feel like, I get this, makes you feel like, well, I can't contribute more to my 401k. But that's the reason you need to. You need to. And that's where I put in the rule, if you will, that you increase your 401k contribution 1% every single year. And compound interest, the 8th wonder of the world, that because you increase your contribution 1% this year, now when you increase your contribution 1% next year, that will mean 1% on top of another 1%, right? And you start building. So pretty soon, if you started contributing 8%, a few years go by, now you're contributing 12, now you're contributing 15, and you really start seeing those savings pile up. Second tip that I'd give you as you seek to save more or the right amount towards retirement is don't just save up when it feels good. And that, I got to tell you, when I looked at this data and I saw that people felt more confident and 4 out of 10 people are saving more, my hunch was, well, yeah, the stock market's done pretty well over the last couple of months. And of course, people might then feel more optimistic. But here's the thing. Here's the question. Which contributions have worked harder for you? The ones that you made in the spring of this year after the market ran up in November, December, or the ones that you contributed back in the fall of 22 when the stock market was down 25%? Which of those contributions have worked harder for you? Which ones have been the better investment? I know the ones that felt better, the ones that you did right at the beginning of this year after the market was on an upswing and now the market's gone up a little bit since then. That one feels good. But Which one has actually worked harder for you? Yeah, the one that you contributed back in the fall of 2022 when the market was down 25%, because you've seen that recover, right? And so commit right now. This is an enormous tip for you. And it's easy to say right now, but commit right now. If you are saving at a certain level or have increased your savings, commit right now to continue saving at that level even when the stock market goes down. Not if the stock market goes down, when the stock market goes down. Because all throughout 2022, got a lot of comments, got a lot of folks reaching out through the Wise Money Show saying, yeah, I'm going to stop contributing to my 401k. I'm going to reduce what I'm saving in my 401k. I'm going to shift my 401k savings into cash inside my 401k because at least I won't be losing money. And when in fact, it's those times when not only your contribution should stay high, if not go higher, but you also need to continue to save when you don't want to into those aggressive mutual funds, into the stock market, so that you're able to buy low. We won't know when that rebound will occur. This time it occurred within about a year and a half. And that's just large caps. Small caps haven't recovered yet. There's other areas that haven't recovered yet, but many of them have been on an upswing. So you just don't know, but commit right now. Find that resolve right now that when the stock market goes down, when you see your balance, your statement where you've lost money, continue to save that same amount, if not even more. And then final tip, as you seek to save more for retirement, get on track for retirement, is to make sure you're saving into the right taxable side of your 401k or of your retirement. Everyone has a choice, right? That should you contribute pre-tax or Roth. Now, if you make too much, then IRA, you might not have a choice. But 401k, as long as your 401k offers the Roth feature, which 90% of them do, I'm assuming it's on its way to 100%, that you have a choice. Well, should I contribute pre-tax and get a tax benefit on my contributions, or should I contribute Roth, not receive a tax benefit today, but have the dollars grow tax-free for the rest of your life? Most people are making an automatic choice there. And if I were to tell you, even though there's been this Rothification over the past several years where more and more people have been promoting and talking about the Roth, many people just by default do pre-tax because you want the tax savings. It feels good. That's how traditional contributions were always done. And if you were auto-enrolled or know someone that was auto-enrolled, you were likely auto-enrolled right into to pre-tax. For many people, you've got to stop and look and say, well, wait a second, is that the right one? And many should be considering the Roth instead. Even though it doesn't give you a tax benefit today, it will save you taxes in the long term because you're young and these dollars have a long time to grow, or you expect to be or you will be in a higher tax bracket out there in the future. So make sure, tip number 3, even if you're saving the right amount and you're increasing how much you're contributing and you're sticking with that resolve and still saving even when the investments go down, make sure you're saving the right way, pre-tax or Roth. All of those tips, though, and many others are surrounded in, are you saving the right amount for your retirement? Do you know what that number is? Do you know? Do you need to be contributing 12% of your income? Does it need to be 16%? Does it need to be 8%? How much do you need to contribute towards retirement to be on track? And then anytime you're planning out for the future, well, there could be changes in your income, changes in your health, changes in your spending level, of course, changes in the economy and the market. So setting that course, but then on an ongoing basis, tuning back into that saying, well, am I still on track? Do I need to make any adjustments? Am I still on track? That's the job of your certified financial planner. That's looking at all 6 areas of your financial life, your present financial position, your cash flow, your insurance or protection needs, tax planning. That's where you decide pre-tax or Roth. What's it look like out there in retirement? Which one's better for you? Your investment planning, that's your strategy. Retirement plan, what are you saving up for? What is that long-term plan? And then are you on track? Are you on track? And then your estate plan as well. What happens to these dollars if something happens to you? That's the approach that you need to take, looking at all 6 areas. And through that, your CFP can help you dial in, this is how much you need to be saving. And if you're not yet saving that amount, figuring out the path to get there. If you are saving that amount and you can work with your CFP to say, well, I actually could save a little bit more to get ahead of pace so that we're ahead if something happens or change takes place, or if I want more flexibility and freedom out there in the future. That's the help you really need. How much should you be saving towards retirement? And are you saving the right amount? Are you on track? Work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well. Or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.